Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Today, picks and predictions are going to be made for the PTW Event Center of NXT Stand Deliver for the year of 2024. And now here's your host of Lima Shenanigans of 1977 to bring you his picks, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode 1315. That's right. And I'm very, very excited to talk about this. This is the my PTW Event Center for NXT Stand and Deliver. That's right. For the year of 2024. That's right. You know, Stand and Deliver is now no longer Takeover, but it's going to be Stand and Deliver. Biggest event for WrestleMania weekend to start up for the stars of NXT. Now, as you know, this could shape up to be what's going to happen the future of NXT. This event right here, and this could shape up of whoever goes to the main roster. Because sometimes when the draft comes in, when the WWE draft comes in, you know, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis could be looking, but also be on the lookout for superstars that could be part of NXT in the future. As you know, they always have major signings that sit in and watch the event and enjoy them and see what happens. You know, you never can know because you never know who is going to show up, and that's the craziest part about it. We see people like Matt Riddle has shown up in a takeover event. Keith Lee, Asuka when she was known as Kana. When she started off with hanging out with Ric Flair and Sergeant Slaughter. And that got the ball rolling. We saw returning superstars like Drew McIntyre, who has risen to the high ranks of Raw here. And it's just, who knows who is going to show up. It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. So I'm totally excited about NXT Stand Deliver WrestleMania weekend this Saturday. And, so I'm kind of hoping, because right now, I've heard that most of the Northeast covering, except for our region here in the South Coast of Massachusetts, it's got a lot of snowstorms. I don't know, Pennsylvania is affected by it, and I'm kind of concerned about Pennsylvania, especially Philadelphia. I'm kind of concerned, but hopefully all the superstars make it there okay, and from all three rosters, and we kind of only was Lincoln Memorial Field. Imagine WrestleMania full of snow. I can imagine right now. Hey, what do we do in the meantime? We're going to have a snowball fight. There's a good idea. I can see Pat McAfee going, okay, where's Dirty Dom? Wham! That's what I would do. I would say, okay, who want to hit with a snowball, Looking around. Hey, everybody want a snowball fight? Get the fans involved. I'd be like, if the fans are going to get involved, I'll be like, okay, this one's got Dominic Mysterio's name on it. Where is he? All of a sudden, the superstar you want, I know that guy's targeting me. Wham, boom, beat you to it. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I may hate snow, but guess what? You're going to hate it, too. I hate snow, so guess what, boys? You're going to hate it. Pow, pow. Who knows what's going to happen? Weird things, stranger things that happen here, ladies and gentlemen, and, man, I'm a little hyped up. So, anyways, well, okay, who's the nutcase been throwing snowballs? We'll probably get ejected from the arena anyways, but I'm not going to NXT Stand Deliver. I'm not going to Philadelphia anytime soon, so I can't afford it, unfortunately. So I'll just watch it on Peacock on my tablet. We're gonna have some fun live reacting with my friends and from the Rant and Rave crew, and whoever wants to join us can. We're like, okay, what's wrong with this nutcase? What's wrong with Captain Dingle Nuts over here? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think I'll refer to some of the wrestlers as Captain Dingle Nuts. And I will come Carmelo Hayes says, "Hey, Captain Dingle Nuts." Okay. Oh, I didn't know who was the real Captain Dingle Nuts. Logan Paul. He's the ultimate Dingle Nut. Him. Here we go. Logan Paul, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Pretty Deadly. The Dingle Nuts World Order. DWO for life. Oh my God. Dingle Nuts. Oh my God. goodness, lots of crazy things gonna happen. I got a snowball fight in Philadelphia. WrestleMania snowed out. What do we do? I got an idea. Let's have a snowball fight with the fans. I was like, big mistake, boys! Big mistake! Stack them up. Once we hit heel Sky in the rear end, boom, she's screaming, who hit me? I'll probably point to someone else. That kid did it. No, anyways. Now, I'm sure everybody will have a good time. WrestleMania, Stand Deliver. Let's see what actually happens, though. We can't finish the story. Why not? Anyways, somebody will finish the story. Okay. Although everybody wants to deck The Rock. If it's a snowball fight, everybody probably want to deck The Rock with some snowballs. Bloodline probably the biggest target. Bloodline, Dominic Mysterio, and possibly Logan Paul could be the biggest snowball targets. If you're in a snowball fight, and here's a good question. If you got into a snowball fight, even though winter's over, okay? Even though there's some winter storms happening upstate New York and all that. If you get into a snowball fight with WWE superstars, who would you want to target the most as far as, throwing a snowball at somebody? There you go. Most the superstar I should think of taking a poll on this one. Who would be the most likely WWE superstar to get nailed with snowballs? I worded that right. Let's get into. I'm trying. People say, Eric, you're just losing it here. I know. I don't think I had it in the first place. Oh, good Lord. Oh, praise you, Jesus. Anyways, man, this is bad. Really bad. Everything's gone downhill ever since. You talk about sometimes our podcast shows like Both is the Sofas and Rant and Ray can go off the rails at any time. I'm going off the rails here. Good gravy. And good gravy, McGee. So, alrighty then, let's get to it. Let's get to the, I've always got my trusty board here. My trusty board, my usually tally board, but also my PTW board. As you know, this is the card for NXT Stand Deliver. Remember, cards subject to change. You got to remember that. Bear that in mind, folks. And so we have all titles are on the line in this case. We got a total of 7 matches. 7 matches. And let's get going here. We're gonna go from the top on down. Ava. The Rock's daughter has done a wonderful job making matches, being wise on the fly for her young years. And I'll tell you one thing right now. I think when you learn a lot from your father, I think things pick up, and Ava's done exactly that, So I'm sure The Rock is proud of his daughter right now. Let's check out the matches, okay? What she made. Joe Gacy versus Sean Spears. Joe Gacy, him and Ava. We know as one members of Schism. He said, hey, tells his former Schism mate, hey, give me a match against Sean Spears. He goes, you got it. So, who's going to win? Joe Gacy and Sean Spears. Now, Joe Gacy's unpredictability could be the key in this matchup. But Sean Spears has just returned to the WWE via NXT. I see Gacy winning this thing. I'm sure Cassie Lee, a.k.a. Peyton Royce, will probably have a different opinion on that if she's watching this. What is this bloke talking about? Anyways. So I picked Gacy to win. Now, in the 6-woman tag, it is Fallon Henley, very lovely young lady, Thea Hale, who's like the female version of the Ultimate Warrior, and you've got the newcomer Kaylani Jordan to go up against Kiana James, beautiful, smart, and deadly. JC Jane, watch out, she's the Wicked Witch of the West with that big nose of hers. And, sorry, JC Jane. And I think Gigi Dolan is the hotter of the two members of Toxic Attraction, in my personal opinion. And the newcomer, Izzy Dame. And I know Jasmine Nix will be in their corner, but Jasmine Nix is a lot hotter than JC Jane. Anyway, JC Jane looks like too much like if Blossom went, Mayim Bialik, a.k.a. Blossom, went goth, Who would win this matchup? I say Henley, Thea Hale, and Kaylani Jordan. That's why I want to win this matchup. Now, the NXT Tag Team titles align. Wolf Dogs, that's Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, defends the gold against the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Now, Axiom and Nathan Frazier could be the new version of the Rockers, so to speak. And Axiom and Frazier, have great skills. Both from the European, their European countries, Spain and England. The Wolf Dogs. Now, with Braun Breaker going to SmackDown, I see this team splitting up after they lose the belts. Axiom and Frazier will be holding it down in the tag team division, and they will end up being the new champs. And with Braun Breaker already making SmackDown debut, I think you're going to see the Wolf Dogs split up right there in that. So, and I believe Corbin's been using the Kid all along. So, unless they go to SmackDown together as a team, that'll be something. All right, now, North American title on the line in a triple threat match. Oba Femi, the champ, defends it against Dijak and Josh Briggs. I'll tell you what, Josh Briggs, ever since breaking up with Brooks Jensen, basically, Brooks Jensen's been off the grid ever since. We have not heard from him. Who knows if he's making a reappearance? But Dijak and Briggs, they're both the same height almost, 6'7", 6'8". Oba Femi, the newcomer, so he's going to be tested in this matchup here, because Oba Femi just, he entered, he was basically a newcomer, a couple of months in the brand, and he already won the NXT title, so this is a big test for him. But who I like to see, I want to see Dijak win it. My boy Dijak from Massachusetts. Dijak will be the new North American champion. I'd love to see that happen. Okay, now the Women's Championship matchup, Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. Now, this could be the main key, because if Roxanne Perez loses, she might, with this new character, go up to the main roster. She might. I don't know. Lyra Valkyria has that potential to go on the main roster, too. She could back up Becky Lynch. Who knows for sure what's going to happen at WrestleMania if she loses the title to Roxanne Perez. So, I like Lyra Valkyria, but Roxanne Perez's killer instinct is what's going to, I think Roxanne Perez is going to have an ace to up her sleeve, and somehow she's going to be the new NXT Women's Champion. The NXT title on the line, Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Dragon, going up against the Don of NXT. Forget about it. Hey. Forget about it. Tony D'Angelo. Now, I know he's going to have the family with him. The Underboss, Channing Stacks, Lorenzo. The liaison of the family, that's what I like to call her, Adriana Rizzo. And the new consigliere, Luca Crusifino, the newcomer. They're going to somehow play a part in it. And D'Angelo may be the new champion. I love Ilya Dragunov. I love the style since watching him on NXT UK. And I think if Gunther somehow survives Sami Zayn, and if Chad Gable is going to be, if Chad Gable does not win the title, I see Mr. Dragunov be drafted to Raw and challenge Gunther to be the guy to stop the reign of the Intercontinental. I would not be surprised, though, however, if Gunther goes all the way to the exact date that he beat Ricochet for the Intercontinental title 2 years ago. Imagine if that happens, Gunther would have a 2-year reign of the Intercontinental title. I think they want him to go that way. That will be a record that will never be broken, ever. Combined days and consecutive days, he's broken both records. So, but until then, D'Angelo will be the new NXT champion. That's what I'm predicting. All right, this is where it gets tricky now. No pun intended. This will be the main event: Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. And this is a heck of a matchup. Seriously, this is going to be a matchup to be great. It's going to be, in fact, I think Ava said the referees will use discretion during the match. That means the referees probably going to let these guys loose. They know how this is. So, you're going to see Carmelo Hayes move up to the main roster pretty soon. He's made a few appearances on SmackDown. He was part of the U.S. title tournament. I think if Carmelo Hayes does sign that contract with SmackDown, you got another young man over there. That's why I'm thinking that Trick Williams will be the guy to be the victor, and Trick Williams will probably take NXT into the new year, into the new season. So these are my picks. Okay, once again, let me just put this cursed thing away. This marker. And once again, NXT Stand Deliver 2024. Joe Gacy versus Sean Spears. I picked the unorthodox Gacy to win this one. 6-woman tag. Fallon Henley, Thea Hale, and Kaylani Jordan to face the team of JC Jane, Kiana James, and Izzy Dane, the newcomer. I picked Henley, Hale, and Jordan to win that one. NXT Tag Team titles on the line. The Wolf Dogs, a.k.a. Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, defends against Axiom and Frazier. I picked Axiom and Frazier to win this one. The North American title on the line. Oba Femi versus Dijak versus Josh Briggs. I picked Dijak to win it, that one. To win. And the women's title on the line. Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. I see Roxanne Perez as a 2-time champ. NXT title line. Ilya Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo. I picked D'Angelo to win that one because I know the family's going to get involved. And in the final matchup, the main event, Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. Williams will be Ike Williams to be the winner in that matchup. So these are my picks and predictions. Just to let you know, we'll let you guys take a good look at it. In fact, I'm going to have, when I upload this video, I'm going to have to stop it and write down my prediction. So I can, if you're going to talk about this tomorrow night, and Rave as well, I will. These are my picks, so check it out. All right, then. That's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1315 of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. Thank you for tuning in. And like I said, tomorrow we're going to have, Network Throwdown Thursday, first ever for April. We're also going to have the Dugout Crew broadcast at 3 on the David 3000 Network. Please watch that if you're a baseball fan. We have lots to talk about. Being that the first week of the season has been almost complete, and we got the Rant and Rave podcast tomorrow at 8 on the Brandon Martin channel. Okay, so until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.